healing,
self-care,
mental health,
Black,
joy,
women.
real Black girl shit.
to be whole is to be healed.
Black girl joy.
Healing journey. Black woman be whole. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Black Woman Be Whole podcast. We're your hosts, Kim, Marquia, and Ednesha. And we are Black
What's
women
up?
working on being whole. What's up, ladies?
Kim,
Hey,
you came
girl.
out strong out the
I
gate.
know. She said,
I
"Rip
was
me out
like,
the plastic.
whoa.
I've been acting brand new."
Listen,
Okay.
we ain't been here for a while. We gotta give them that energy. Like,
I just think you took the plastic off your head.
oh, listen,
You said,
we
"Lotto
had
who?"
we had two oopsie doos, so we gotta come back heavy, hard, and strong for the listeners.
I ain't
We
mad
love
at
that
you. I
y'all were
love it.
listening to the previous episodes. Now we got a new one for y'all to listen to.
We
Been
appreciate
going
y'all.
for a minute. Now we back with the jump off.
That part. So we had a lot of stuff going on,
You
and
just
we'll get
dropping
into
rhymes
it.
today. I'm like,
We're letting people
wow.
know.
Okay. You got the
You
old school
know.
rhymes. You got the new school lotto. Okay.
All of it, all of it, all of it. So y'all, we on episode 7.
Wow.
We
behind.
are.
We behind.
We are definitely behind.
with season 3. So that just means we halfway through 2023 and we halfway through our season. So it's in alignment. So, and that's today's topic, right? We talked about making the most of the rest of your year. So I'm kind of excited to talk about this. What's up,
Me
y'all?
too.
Let's do
I'm
it.
feeling good about the rest of the year.
Yeah. We're
Come
about to
on,
let
come
people
through
know
rest
what
of
we're
the year.
doing. But before we get into that, right, I got to check in with my girls.
All
So,
right.
ladies, what are y'all working on now this week? What's up, Ednesha? What's up?
Okay. So I've been thinking about what I'm working on. I am working on having better relationships with the young people in my life. Real quick story. I have 3 godsons. One of my godsons is 15. He lives in Wisconsin. One of my besties since we were like 12. Went to visit this weekend, and his sister at dinner was like, "Hey, Trey said that my godmother is trash." I was like, damn, that's me. I would be the trash godmother.
Yikes.
I
Damn,
had to
Trey.
acknowledge that she was correct and he was too. I have not been great. So I want to start having a better relationship with like the young people in my life. That means a lot. I had a conversation with him. He said, "The last time you gave me a meaningful gift," I said, "Damn, meaningful." He was like, "Was these Bigfoot slippers I gave him." Now y'all can imagine what age he must have been, right? Now, do I send cash apps on birthdays? But I think he's letting me know, Godmommy, the cash is not enough, right? And I think that I needed to hear it. And I think sometimes when we are not able to be present, we try to do something, but maybe money is not always a way. Now, I'm not going to say he's going to stop taking the cash apps. Let's be clear. However, I think they need to come with a phone call,
Right.
and some real interest in his life. And he plays football, and I'm a big football fan. So like, how do I start to take more interest in his life? And so from my understanding, I thought he was kind of quiet, and I struggle with quieter people, but from what I understand, he's not that quiet. So maybe we can kind of figure this out. And I've been I have a niece, I've been calling her more, and having a better relationship with her too. So again, I really want to have better relationships with the younger people in my life. I haven't been doing a good job.
You believe the
think you
children
could buy
are the
him-
future right now. That's how you giving Whitney.
I got called out, being like, she was like, yeah, because she told me, Auntie, she's like, yeah, Auntie Woody, yeah, Trey said that, you're trash. I said, oh shit.
It was mad, like,
Damn.
And it's the matter of fact for me. Yeah, he just,
Yo, and she's matter of fact. And she just graduated from high school. So I was there for her graduation party. But like, yeah, I hadn't seen him in a while. And, I've watched these kids grow up. And so, I just want to do a better job. I think we could always talk about, oh, I'm so busy. I'm so this, I'm so that. And it's not to say that I'm not those things. However, they always say you make time for things that are important to you. And so I also realize that when people are out of sight, they're out of mind. And so how do I bring the people who are out of sight back into my mind? And so that's what I want to work on. So that's where I'm at.
guess you're going to some
Hashtag
football
girl.
games.
I guess I am in Wisconsin.
Ooh,
All right, Marquia,
that's all
what's
right.
up?
This week just working on recalibrating and, just a lot of loss, a lot of death lately. So just, processing those things and just trying to be more present for those people that are here. Yeah, so that's really what I'm working on right now. That keeping my stress low. I have a gray hair, just one though.
Ooh.
Um,
Girl, wait till you get that great pussy here. It's gonna be
so
sad.
well the one on,
Oh
I'm
Lord.
not even sad
Yeah.
about the one on the side of my head. Like it's just one. It's just like it's very, discreet. But I'm
Mm.
like, okay, clearly I also need to work on stress management because I'm thankful I have my daddy's genes. He didn't really gray until he was like 50 something. So I'm trying to keep the grays low. I'm a little ahead of schedule, so
Pull
I don't
it.
like that.
Just don't let nobody
I'm not
tell you
gonna
because
pull it.
I get one right there at the top of the head. Pop, I pull that joint all the time. You are not wanted here, sir. You are not.
I'm gonna let it rock because it is a part of the journey, and I call it year one of entrepreneurship. That's its name,
Okay.
because high levels of stress. But
That's the manifestation of it all. You like, damn.
yep, I was like, okay, I'll take it. If it's just this one gray hair, I'm not doing too bad. Doctor's appointment today, my blood pressure, everything was good. So if it's just one gray hair, it's not a bad struggle to have. So
Okay.
that's me right now.
All right
Kim,
then.
what's up?
I gotta tell y'all, I am in the midst of organizing my digital life, my files and things, because I can never find anything. And then I was like searching and I have duplicate files. And so I'm not in a state where I know where things are. And so I decided to sort of like really start organizing my online filing kind of things because there are a lot of things that I want to keep track of or like remember. And so I've got to put them in files, get them off of emails, get them off my phone, just all of these things that are everywhere. And I have no sense of like where they are, what I want to do with them. But I've started like a little keepsake, a little memento kind of folder. Like, remember these things that happened because they were good times. And so just starting to think through like, that kind of stuff. Oh, these are like, important financial things you need to like have in one place. Like put them on a document. Like, here's your passwords to all your shit or like just stuff that like I just don't know where things are and I'm tired of like trying to remember them or forgetting them and then trying to remember them. So I'm organizing my digital life or my digital space. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay, girl. Go ahead.
You
Awesome.
needed to have it in order because you do so much. So you need,
Yeah, it's not good. And
yeah.
so, I was finding things like I went back to like 2000 and like 6. And I was like, what is this? What is this stuff? I went in to find Kodak photos and I found this
Oh
password,
Lord.
girl.
I'm done.
The
Not
the
Kodak.
Kodak.
photos from early 2000s that like I forgot about. You
Hmm.
understand? Things that I should have remembered because
Well,
I
if
was
you have
very
any
heavy
of me,
into
please
them.
send them.
Okay, I do, I'm sure.
Mhm.
So just like you forget that you do more things than you actually did. And so this is a great way to help me remember. And that's what I'm trying to do.
I support.
Okay, girl.
Yes, that's what I'm working on. Organizing my digital life, y'all. Now, okay, here we go. What's something that caught your interest or that you want to highlight this week? What's up? What's up? What's up, Marquia?
Oh, Marquia.
I love to go with my joy thing now. So I have a
Okay.
couple of things. So when my mom got an award yesterday, y'all need to know her name and none of
Come through,
that.
mommy.
But
Come
All
yes,
right,
through.
mom.
mommy with an IE. She does not do Y, but mommy got her award yesterday
She
and I'm
don't do
super
mommy
proud of her.
dearest. Thank goodness.
No, she's like mommy with an IE. She does not do mama. She's like, my name is mommy. That is it. So mommy is out here getting awards. I love that for her. I'm proud of her. And then also these tiny desks are bringing me so much happiness and joy. Charlie Wilson's was good. I love Babyface. And I watched Tanks today too. Now, there was a little damper on Tanks because apparently he was talking shit about Anita Baker. Now, granted, Anita is unhinged right now, but
Granted.
Tank. Stay.
Tank,
You got to
mind your
stay above it
business,
all.
right? Stay in a child's place, Tank. This has nothing to do with you. Like,
Don't get in there. Don't
let
get in
these
there.
older people have their argument and it got nothing to do with like obviously we know your team Babyface. You were on the tiny desk as well. with him, that is fine. But mind your business. But the tiny desks, lovely, lovely, lovely. Avery Wilson, the way he killed Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell. So good. So good. So if you haven't watched the Tiny Desks, get into them. They're doing all Black folks for Black Music History Month. So get into it. They're free.
Oh,
Vibing out. Every Monday. It's lit. That's it.
okay.
And scene.
And scene. Okay. So what did I want to highlight this week? Okay, so you know that I think y'all know I have a little preoccupation with sex. I don't know why. I think I want to be a sex therapist. I just don't want to go back to school. But I read all things sex related to people because I'm interested in people and their sex lives. So I read about this African woman who is 123-year-old virgin. Yes, y'all, I said it. She's a virgin. She has never seen a naked man before. She's never spent the night in the company of a man. She has been untouched by intimacy, and she is still waiting. So the interesting thing is the interviewer, she asked him to bring her a man.
Wait, what? Oh, Lord.
Yes, yes. And let me tell y'all something. For 123, mama is giving 75, and I'm not BSing y'all. And so a lot of people, of course, on the World Wide Web was like, maybe it's because she ain't have a man. Maybe that's why she lived 123 and she looking real good. But she talked about her religious teachings prevented her from being with a man. I think it scared her in some way, whatever religion was that. They didn't talk about what that was. But I think for me, I felt sad for her and I thought about just intimacy, right? Like, and the importance of just being touched, being the company of someone who cares about you, those small things. And so, yeah, I felt really sad. And I don't know if she'll ever have that. If she was near me, I would send her a stripper, but not like a, like not over the top. Not over the top. Not over the top, but maybe an escort. I would pay him, right? And I think that,
What
maybe
would you
the
pay him
first
to
date,
do? Like,
maybe the
what is
first date would just
happening?
be talking.
Can we keep each other company?
Getting her comfortable being around a man. But and maybe the second time, we can do a little bit of light touching.
Okay.
Okay.
He
How
gotta be
old?
old. Yeah,
Right.
he gotta be real old. I don't know if they got
No,
80-year-old
I think he should
strippers.
be like 55, 60.
No, because that do you know that age gap is real serious right now? No.
It's not giving pedophile. It's fine. He's legal. Okay.
Okay.
That feels very. First of all, if I'm 100 something, ain't nobody pounding on me. You might break my hip.
Okay.
I didn't say pound town. Okay, that's not what
I
I
want
said.
around. I go ahead my hoodie all around.
Right, I didn't say that. Okay. Just the light joint, because we don't want to give her a heart attack. Just trying to figure it out.
But her body might not even be able to handle the physical kind of things that
this
come
is
with
a lot.
Okay, so maybe I'll wrap it up because I think I'm about to go somewhere where this shouldn't go because my brain goes places that it shouldn't go. So I'm gonna leave my story there, but I stand by getting her an escort. I just want to say that out loud to the people who listening. I stand by that. I'm not taking that back.
So y'all gonna get a GoFundMe together to like send him? Like,
well,
is this
I
a
don't know
call
where
to
her
action?
village is. No,
You
I
could
would
just go
personally
get her a toy.
I
She
would
don't even. She
personally
might not even
no.
be
She
ready
needs
for
a
that.
man. That's the whole point. She wants to
Oh,
see a naked
Lord.
man. She wants to be next to a man. She asked the interviewer to bring her a man. I'm ready to bring it.
Girl,
That's all I'm saying out my own
You
pocket.
have you
gonna
met men
airdrop one?
before?
Like, what are you talking about? This is terrible.
Not
I think we should
airdrop?
pay it forward in some type of way. I'm ready to pay
Hmm.
it forward. That's all I'm saying.
Start the GoFundMe
Okay.
for our good sis. For
That's it.
Auntie.
Come on, Auntie. Go ahead.
That's grandma, but okay.
She great grandma. Ain't no great. She a
Great.
Hey, I'm
Okay,
not
Cam.
even sure. Yo,
You're not even ready. You don't even know what to
stuck on
say
this
now after
story.
that.
Man,
Come on.
listen. You know what? I actually want to talk about this. And I changed it up again, y'all. what the hell was going on with this California wildfire smoke that was taking over all
Okay.
aspects of the United States
Well,
last?
no, it was Canada that came to New York.
Well,
Right.
nobody asked for Canada to be in our business.
It
For
was
real.
Canada that we got hit with in New York. Now I
That's
don't
what
know
I'm
if it was some
saying.
California stuff. So it was Canada. Yeah.
Right. But other states got hit by Canada too.
Okay.
I'm just talking about literally like how did it just blanket the whole city and it looked apocalyptic?
It
Like
did.
that was really scary to me. And I really was like, I went on Amazon, like, where the gas mask at? Where the things with the
Oh
chemical
yes, our
I
gloves?
thought
doomsday
you already
prepper.
had one,
Our
or did
I
doomsday
you
need
send it
prepper.
back?
another one. I need another one. And I need the chemical gloves. And I need the joint that covers my skin. I was looking at the bio skin, like, yo, I need all of it now because you don't even know. You got New York sinking at the top end of Manhattan. You like, yo, come on, y'all. It's about to go down.
Yeah, it was a
I'm getting
little.
real apocalyptic on this. I don't know. Where can I go? It was a lot.
Yeah.
The sky
Yeah.
was orange.
No, it was bad. Let me tell you, I walked outside because I do my walks daily these days, and I walked out and I said, "Oh, it looks a little foggy," but I was like, "There's not no fog." Like I was like, Like I was like, "Is the sky sweating?" Like I didn't know what it was. It just looked real sus.
It looked like you was going down. That's what it looked like. It was
So
about
I
to be
went and
over.
walked for a little minute, and then I said, "Let me just go home. I don't know what's happening in the sky." And then my sister said, "Did you hear about the wildfires in Canada?" And I said, "Oh, is that what's happening?"
Listen, if you got lung issues, you was in trouble if you were
Right. Smoke
outside.
inhalation, is that what it's giving? Like,
They were saying like because it was all about too like homes being burned, so the chemicals from
mm-hmm.
all that stuff. So we just need to be careful.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, just carry a mask in your bag. Just take care of yourself. Get
Watch out for
outdoor.
orange skies. Dead ass though.
Oh,
I might even being funny.
because we don't know when that shit could come back again. That's the crazy part.
Mm-hmm.
You like what? Not
I
Canada
agree.
impacting us. Justin Trudeau, I need you to do something.
Right. It's given y'all trying to smoke us out because of Trump. It's not all of us.
Ah,
Leave us
like,
out of this.
please leave us alone. So that's that. I was just really shook by that. I ain't gonna lie to nobody.
Mm.
It was in the news, everything. So it was definitely a moment. So now let's get to our topic, y'all.
Let's get it
Let's get
on. I'm
into it.
ready. Come on,
Like we
Kim.
said, it's the halfway there. We halfway there. We got it the rest of 2023. So in order to make the rest of your year, right, to understand what's going on, you got to do a mid-year check-in, right? Look at the things that you said you were going to do, the things that you said were important to you, and check in to see if those things are still relevant and how you're doing them or how they're, going. Because I think that's really important. And like it's become important for me to do periodic check-ins. I do them quarterly and mid-year because it helps me to be accountable to others and most importantly to myself.
Come on.
So listen, before
Accountability.
accountability is serious. Before I implemented that shit, I used to say I was going to do this, work on that, and I ain't did a damn thing on it. And
Mm.
so it was like, well, why would you be surprised that it didn't go anywhere? Because you didn't do anything about it. Or like, when somebody like, hey, what's that thing that you said you were working on? You got real quiet because you were embarrassed or ashamed. And
It's
then
going.
yeah, it's going. And I had nothing to say about it because I didn't do any work on it. So then
Mm.
people keep asking because they were like, you were so excited about it. Bitch, I ain't do nothing. Just go
Right.
move, let it go and move on.
Mind your
So
business.
Oh,
exactly.
my goodness. Damn.
And so it wasn't until I got a handle on it, right? Put some systems in place for myself. Y'all know how I do. That
Mm-hmm.
I've been able to move a few things forward. I got a lot of stuff to juggle, so I gotta have my systems and things. And so, now the things I say I want to do are in alignment, right, with the reality of my life. I'm not saying I want a private jet because that don't
Okay.
make any sense for my lifestyle and my values, right? So they're not fantastical or out of reach. And so I think the things I say I do are a combination of things that improve my standard of living, my quality of life. How do I increase my joy, like in terms of like relationships or with myself? And how am I supporting my big picture goals? Because
It's a
what is
lot
the
of
point
things
of
on
me?
that.
Yeah,
A lot of
but
stuff.
right, but the big picture, like what I do now matters later. So if I'm
True.
not working on it now, what the hell am I working towards? So I think it's just, it's all connected. That's just how I feel about things. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree. I do think that there is something to that those check-ins and milestones and like to the point of like maybe some things are not going the way you expected or maybe you just changed your mind. Maybe like I'm not feeling that anymore, right? So maybe you had to jump ship and change the direction in order to, do something that's maybe more in line aligned with your goals. So I do think that progress checking is really important because it helps you also determine like, am I expending my energy, am I giving my energy in such a way that is beneficial to myself and ultimately what I want to accomplish, whatever that may look like, if it's a jet or not. So,
Right? I think, right, like the most basic question, if people aren't really invested in doing, the big shebang or that very detailed thing, you can ask
mhm,
yourself, how I'm doing so far on a personal level and professional goals I set this year.
mm,
Right? Like it's just that simple. Like whatever you said you were going to do in January, how's it going?
right.
How do you feel about what happened to, this first half of the year? Is it like, did it go the way you thought it would, or what you said you wanted to do?
I think the first thing is, yes, I had some goals. I had some hiccups, and I think just trying to figure out how to handle hiccups. Um, my stepdad died earlier in the year, and that wasn't on my bingo card of things I would have to deal with. I didn't think about what I would need to do to help my mom and my siblings kind of work through that. I didn't have as close of a relationship with him. And I think really just seeing my mom lose weight and just deal with a lot of grief has been difficult, and just trying to figure out how do I adjust my schedule and things in my life that I feel like are important to be able to be there for her. And so I think those unexpected things and how they impact you, right? And it's like that regroup period. And so I think that other than that, I think that the business has been growing, which is always something that's important for me. My relationships with my clients are well, which is also something really important. And I think I made a lot of decisions this first half of the year about what my next half will look like. I think I talked to you guys about taking care of my dad, and my dad will be moving back home the second part of the year. And so, your girl has been taking care of a whole person for almost 3 years now. And so, like, having that, my life back in that way feels really good. And so, I'm excited about that. So there was some things I didn't expect. I didn't expect him to be able to move back home. So he's doing a lot better. So yeah, I think I feel good about some things that have happened and some other things I didn't expect, and just trying to figure out how do I make time for the things that are important that I didn't expect to happen and I didn't expect I would need to make time for.
That's important, right? Like to really just go, okay, some of this worked, some of this didn't, and not beat
Right.
yourself up about it, right? Or
I
judge
And that's
think
the
I'm
yourself.
done
thing.
with that part. Like I think that we all have that piece of us that we are our worst critics sometimes, and we're really hard on ourselves. I'm doing better with that this year. I'm realizing that that doesn't work and it's not helpful either. And I need to practice what I preach. As a therapist, I may talk about that all the time, but in my real life, sometimes that looks really different, right? And so I had determined that, you know what, I'm going to do the best I can, and that's where it sits, right? Like I can't go crying over things that didn't happen or just living in disappointment. It's not worth it. Like there's so much life to live and so much joy to have. Why should I be sitting living in disappointment?
Come through, Joy. What
Come on,
about you, Marquia?
come on.
Is there anything in particular that's not going the way I want it to? Is that what the
No,
question
how do you
is?
feel about the first half of the year?
Um, it's going well. I mean, living life, entrepreneurship, ups and downs of business, and I'm at a point now where detachment is the name of the game. So, and Kim can probably attest to that, where I'm just like, oh, shit's going left. Well, I guess we're going left. So it's just been a lot of rolling with the punches and just leaning into that. So I guess like I knew that I wanted to have clients and things like that. So that's going well. But outside of that, I didn't really have a plan for how this is gonna go. building it as I fly, going every day.
Girl, you
But
out here winging it.
I'm
Love it.
mad at
absolutely.
you.
Ah.
So,
I
you
think that's
know,
the beauty of life too, though, right? Is the winging it part.
I mean, I mean, I had two choices. It was either roll with it or drive myself crazy. So I opted to just go with it. I don't love ambiguity, but you know, it is what it is. And I will say though, in giving up expectation of what is supposed to happen, other than loosely defined terms of like success would be having more clients than I had when I started the year. That's vague, but enough. So if I have two more, that's great. If I have one more, that's still more. So, however it pans out is how it pans out. It's an adventure. Right now. It's all just going day by day for me right now. So I'm happy, I guess. But again, my expectation was not to fail. That's the real goal. And I'm not failing as far as I'm concerned. So,
Come
uh,
through adventure. Listen,
yeah,
life
Yeah.
is an adventure. Let's
it's,
live it. That's it.
yeah, it's something. It is something. But I'm cool. Like I'm more at peace with how it rolls and how it happens because again, like I don't have a clear-cut expectation of what it's going to look like. I just know that the angle is that I'm not going to fail. So every day, like I said, it's just surprise every day.
Surprise.
Oh, shit. 7 days a week. Ooh, wee.
Literally 24/7, chat.
I love that. There's right, that's the balance, right? I think for me, I feel okay about what happened this first half of the year. I had some health stuff that I did not account for. I was like, what is this? Oh, this is
Mhm.
cool. Not, I certainly did not expect to start my first half of my year, having had herniated disc surgery, having pieces of my spine removed. So that kind of like took me down because it was like, okay, I've got to focus on my health. And so some of the things that we had planned to do business wise, like when I had like this chunk of time off, was actually spent with me recovering. So I think for me, like how I work, like it felt like I was behind. And so I think a lot of the things that I have in my head about like just the business or things that I do, like, I'm sure by now people know that I have very lofty goals about this thing. And it's always like big, big, bigger because, why not? Some of the things that, we were able to work on came through. Some of the things that, wanted to work on didn't come to fruition in terms of like being able to think it through in time. I think also just personally relationships wise, like I have been able to pull back from people a little bit, which has been very healthy for me in some regard because sometimes I get too invested in people and showing up. And so I had to show up for myself. Like the surgery made me show up for myself more than others because it was like, okay, if I don't talk to people, that's okay because I got to focus on my health. Like somebody was mad because I didn't call them to tell them what was going on with me, even though they knew what happened. And I would have called like, oh, like, no, that's okay. And I just was like, that's on them. I got to focus on my back. I got to unbig my back and then I got to strengthen it. So let me go on with my life. And
Hmm.
so I think that also just taught me like you just got to focus on yourself and be okay if people are not okay with that.
Because people are crazy, girl.
Girl. Well, no, when you manage expectations for people, they're like, well, why are you not doing this anymore? So I have to take accountability for the things that I do, right? And
Yes, and
supporting that.
I'm sick. What do you mean? Girl, was I able to use
Right.
my phone? Let's actually like use some
Right.
sense here.
Right. So it's interesting. I feel I'm ambivalent about the first half of the year because it was marred by like recovery.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
so I'm hoping that the second half will be a little more, some things happen in the first half towards the end of the half that I was very, excited and proud of. So I think, you know, I'm okay with that. We'll talk about it more, but like, we went to India doing work there,
Right.
some other things happen. We sold 1,300 copies of our book, like, some milestone
Yeah.
things, right? Like
Drop a bomb on it. I'm
we
sorry.
started some other things and,
We have
I think we're
5,000 followers
getting,
on Instagram.
yes, over
Yes.
5. We have
Yes.
5,100, we hit some interesting and cool milestones that I think, that matter to us. So, I'm proud of the business accomplishments, personal accomplishments, too. Um,
I think completing the conferences for the Steve Fund was a big like first quarter thing because it was so much of my life. And just proving to myself that I can do this. Because when you again, ambiguity, is it gonna work? I don't know. If the shit fails, what's next? But I think accomplishing that and being successful in that, I was like, okay, good. Like, I'm proud of myself, and this further lends itself that I am capable of working for myself and finding success in all those ways. So definitely proud of that. Proud of getting back on track. I've walked like over 100 miles since April. So
okay.
Oh, that's
yeah,
amazing.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, I just knew that like my health was being weird, and then I had a doctor's appointment today that kind of, echoed what I thought was like causing the off trackness, we'll say. So, I'm cool at home, y'all. I'm not like dying. Well, not like tomorrow that I know of.
Okay.
But
That didn't go over well. I just want to tell you, but
that's
listen,
fine.
you got a plan for the
Well, because like I was like, I'm not dying, but then like we're all dying. So like semantics. And then I was like, well, not like tomorrow. So, want to account for all bases. Oh,
What about you, Anisha?
what have been my proudest accomplishments so far this year? So I think that professionally, of course, the growing of our business together has been it's been really great for me. Um my other career, which is as a therapist, I celebrated 5 years with one of my clients. I celebrated 6 years with another. And that's a proud accomplishment because I think that speaks to the ability to maintain a relationship, to maintain a therapeutic relationship, to know that there are people who trust me and trust the relationship that we have and that it is helping them grow, that they've continued to stay in relationship with me for so long. So as a therapist, that's like a huge milestone. I think 6 years might be the longest time that I've had with a client. So that has been really great. I think the other thing is that I have decided to work on the relationship with myself more than I'm going to work on the relationships I have with others. I think that I work a lot on some of my more intimate relationships, like my marriage, my parents, my siblings, things like that, my friends. And so I think that I realize the importance of maybe I need to give more time on working on my relationship with myself. And that feels really good. And similar to you guys with some health concerns, I'm gonna just put it out there. Your girl has arthritis in both her knees. And so um
We break
it
it
has
down on this damn
it's
show.
it's
speak for
been
yourself. Ain't
causing
nobody breaking down.
it's been causing a lot of pain for me. And I'm a girl who loves a pair of heels. And I think that a pair of heels for me represent femininity in some way. And so, like, if you take that away from me, I'm on the struggle bus. And so, one of my proudest accomplishments is that I kept telling myself I didn't have time to go to physical therapy, right? Because I had all these other things I had to do. And I've decided that I do have time and I've been prioritizing it. And I've been consistent in my physical therapy appointments and I am feeling better. And so I'm really proud of myself that I am choosing me and not all the other things I feel like I have to do. But what I do have to do is take care of me. Because if I'm not good, none of the other stuff is going to work anyway. And so, like, this has felt really good. I'm hoping I don't have to have knee surgery. I don't want that scar. You can't be cutting up a girl's knees. She ain't gonna be able to dance the same. She ain't gonna be able to walk the same.
No,
Life ain't gonna be the
my
same.
mom had a knee replacement.
Really.
She good. She got the scar, but she good.
I mean, I might have to. It might be either the scar or the pain, and the pain is tearing me up right
The
now.
scar, you could probably
So I
go
might
to
have to
another
go to the
surgeon and have them,
fix
graft
the
the skin
scar.
over. Exactly. So you could probably get around that.
So yes, but me really kind of choosing myself, centering myself, prioritizing myself has been a huge accomplishment for me. So
I
yeah,
love that because I think that's such a hard thing for people to do, right? When they
yeah.
are
Mm-hmm.
taking
When you
care of all the things.
when you in the mix, you be in the mix. Like, all the things become important, all the people who need you become so important. And then where are you? And so like, how do we, like, where do I think I'll be at if I continue to, in some way, if I put the needs of others before my own, right? Even if it is my dad, and the fact that I'm caretaking for an older person, but I still got to take care of me. And so like, all his doctor's appointments, all his stuff, I forgot about me. I was like, that can't work.
Right.
So yeah.
And sometimes like the number one thing that says we're neglecting ourselves is when we don't feed ourselves. You know, you're like,
I
I
feel
didn't eat
attacked.
until
I don't know about that. I'm still feeding myself.
No, I mean you don't
No,
eat
I'm not.
until
Just,
late in the day. Or you
no,
like, oh,
yeah,
I didn't eat
what?
until this time because I got so busy dealing with all this stuff. So I
I don't
think
be eating.
I was doing my intermittent fasting. I was feeling good. Oh, okay. So side note, there's this football player who drank only water for 40 days and lost like 100 pounds. And I was like, can you do that? And
He
I
might have
don't need
lost
100
some
days.
teeth too. Like,
I was like, he had a headache. He was dizzy. He
it
was
was a
irritable. He was
lot.
agitated. Like, I wouldn't be able to work. I would have to stay away from everybody because I'll be the man wrap up. So I was like, can you do it for 20 days?
He
10 days?
might have watched that damn documentary that about Dick Gregory. Because I watched something recently and he did a fast to protest um the Vietnam War for like 14 months, damn near over a year. And he just drank water, maybe some juice.
I'm only protesting thick thighs. That's the only thing I'm
I'm done.
protesting.
Hey. But thick thighs save lives. So like, are you really
right.
what are you doing?
Listen, they ain't saving my life. I don't know. Whoever out there who got thick thighs, when them joints start to rub in the summer, it is not fun. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah,
But
it
I'm
does get a
done.
little wild out
A
here.
little hectic. You think you're about to start a forest fire?
Yeah,
down there.
definitely giving brush fire.
Listen,
Don't disagree.
that's
Like
all I
it's
want to
hot
say.
down there.
I just want to put out
It's
there.
like
Thickness, I
125
love it.
degrees.
But Lord knows, in the summer, I'm on a struggle
It's
bus.
125 degrees. No, I love that, when we're talking about relationships with ourselves and with others, because I think we give to people, right? Like, and so when I think about my relationships with other people, like, going back to like I've pulled back from people, like to the point that like, my mutual friend, we always talk about it. You're like, she seems to worry about you a lot because I have a friend
Yeah.
and she would call my other friends because she has their number, like, I haven't heard from her. Is she okay? And because she's so used to like, being in relationship with me or hearing from me. And sometimes I'm just caught up and I'm tired and I don't want to talk to people. So I realize I have to like communicate more with people like, hey, this is the new regime. This is how it's working now. I'm sorry because it's just got to go that way. And I think one of the key component of maintaining and cultivating relationships, right, is communication. Like, this is how we moving now. Let me know if that works for you. Um, I think for me, like, I've had better relationships with people. Mostly because like, when you down and people show up for you in a way, right? Like, I don't really sometimes I don't think people show up for people that they consider strong because there's no space. But like, me being ill, there was a lot of that, and so I think that was just really interesting for me. Um, cultivating relationships in a different way, letting people, support me, show up for me. And so what that does say is that, you can let people love you in a different way. And you don't always have to be that person.
I'm not used to you needing things or that's just not where the way I know you. And so when I came to visit you in the hospital and like to see you in the hospital bed, now it's been twice when you had COVID and then with the surgery, I think it was a real moment for me personally as a friend. Like, wow, you know, um, and not that you're like, I know you're human like everybody else, but I never see you in spaces of need. Like that's just not how I've seen you in the last 20 some odd years. So I think it was hard for me. Um, and I was just thinking like, is she okay? And if she's not okay, will she tell me? And so like, I think you've done a better job of being vulnerable and being open to support and being able to talk more about like what you're really feeling and thinking. So as a friend, like I appreciate that. I've gotten to know you in all of these different ways. in the last couple years, but really seeing you, you know, struggle with health stuff. Like just I got to know you in an even different way, and I appreciate it that you
I
allowed
want
me
to
to be
say
here.
thank you because it's health related, right? Like,
No, but you
you
but you
know,
you allowed me to be there,
right,
right?
right,
Like, and you
right.
didn't, you know, you were like, okay.
I didn't
Like
hide
it
it or
wasn't, yeah, it
anything.
wasn't that time I was like, well, I don't know if she need me to come to the hospital.
Right.
Nah, I knew you needed me. I don't even think you said it though still. But I think that like I was like, okay, yeah, this
She
might
was
be
like, I'm
the time.
coming, I'm bringing shit. Like, I'm tired of you dealing with this shit.
So yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I think don't really need a lot of people for a lot of things because one, um, self-sufficiency and kind of like this thing for me is really important because sometimes when you need people, they need you back.
But it's been a
Right.
badge of honor for
Yeah.
so many of us, especially Black women, right? Like that whole not needing people and that self-sufficiency.
Right,
And so
right,
like when is like self-sufficiency just go too far? You know what I mean? In some
right,
way. So I
right,
think that that's a lot of our badges of honor in some way. Like I'm good. I
right,
don't need anybody. And there's nothing
right,
wrong with needing, but like what happened to wanting? Like maybe that's really
right.
the word that we should be using. Like, well, do you want me? Right? And cause I can make life, maybe I can make life a little easier for you today. Can you
That
accept
part.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag growth. I mean, that's all I could say about it. You know,
Come on, Black women. We don't have to
let
need
people
people, but
need you and
we
want
can want
you.
them.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I think we need connection. We want
Yes.
people to understand our needs
I
and
like
be
that.
able to meet them. Like so I want to amend what I said. Like that's why I have a lot of relationships with a lot of people. Like I need I need community. And
Yep.
so when something happens and people know, they show up. Like our friend Denise, she came, she was like, I'm coming. I'm bringing a bag of all the stuff. I'm coming to see you. And that's that. Like my friend Veronica came, she was like, I'm coming to the hotel, so people will show up. Like, I don't want to hear what you have to say. I'm coming. Tell me what you need. I'm bringing food or whatever. So,
Yep.
I think
Or
it's
some
And
those kind
groceries
of
upon
things.
her.
Yes. Marquia's like, I'm sending you some from Whole Foods. Like, shut up, bitch, and take this soup. And I'm like, all right, I will. I will. But I think, yes, those are I think moments of vulnerability expose more of a person's humanity. But
Mhm.
you know, I need community. I don't need people in a way that I think sometimes sometimes people feel like they need others and then they become a crutch.
Right.
And
okay.
I don't think I would ever like people ever see me as like I need them as a crutch, but like, yeah, I just need people to show up. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? You okay? Like sometimes that's what I need. I just need somebody to check in. I don't need more than that because like, okay, I'm doing this thing because that triggers me like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta go to the doctor. I gotta do that, right? Like shit you gotta do to maintain your life.
But I do love that you said I need connection and community. Right? And it's not really about needing people to do something sometimes.
Right, right.
Is it just to be? Right? Because I think the fear
That's it.
is needing someone to do something. Because if they don't do it, the disappointment that comes with it. So that's why we fear it so much. But
Right,
what if it was like, no, I just need connection and community and whatever else comes from that, like so be it,
right,
bring it on. But that's what I need. That love that you feel from your friends and
right,
when you are struggling. It means so much. It really
right.
does.
Like
So are we
I
all
have
out
enough
here?
resources to,
Yeah.
meet my most of my needs because single, childless, that's my money.
Mhm.
Right. And
So
things.
so I mean, have we all been out here kind of building and cultivating relationships, right? This first half of the year. Marquia, what are your thoughts about that?
People like me. So
I love what you
Okay, we'll start there. Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
But like like y'all laughing, but Kim will tell you, I'll be like, yes, I was at the bar and then this person started talking to me and like we're going to lunch next week. So I am very capable of, connecting with people in that way. Like my friend Matthew. I don't think Matthew will ever listen to this, but if you are, hello Matthew. I met Matthew at like one of the restaurants out here. And we would frequent around the same times and like now we're homies. Like he got a new job and like he's an executive legal counsel for this organization out in Jersey, like just doing like really good stuff. And it's just like, okay, cool. Like so I have no problem with like making friendships and connections and relationships. But I do think like when I'm, just going through things or like trying to process things, I withdraw. So maybe I could work on that. Um, but yeah, folks like me, I be chilling.
Are you letting people show up for you
I
in
would
your
say
moment, in your vulnerable moments?
I would say yes, but I think I've gotten really good at not necessarily advertising the vulnerable moments for people to know that I would possibly need them. Come on, self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
So, but when it's offered, I'm getting better at like trying to accept it. But day by day, bit by bit, I'll
All
get there
right.
one day.
Let's break that. That's the strong black woman too, though. That's that
Yeah,
trope there. Like, I don't need anybody because I'm
right.
strong.
And not even necessarily strong. I'm not even gonna hold you. Sometimes it's just like I don't want to have to. Like if I'm sad, like I don't want you. Oh, girl, that's so sad. Like okay, so we're gonna state the obvious. Like I don't.
Or I
That's not
don't need you
Sometimes people
telling
don't
me
know
that
how to
people got it
support.
worse than me. I don't want to
right.
hear that shit.
Yes, that always takes me
That is
down.
the wrong thing to
Like
say.
yes, they have it really
Be
bad.
grateful.
They made right. Like no, nigga, that does not negate that this in this moment is upsetting me. So it's fuck me. Like that's not fair.
Yeah,
It's the
people don't know
sweeping under the rug
how
that's the
the
issue. Like,
dismissal, the
Right.
dismissing of things that are
There
going
are people
on.
in Africa without food.
But this is my
Okay.
crisis, bitch. Hello, this is my personal crisis in this moment. Can we sit with that?
maybe that's why we don't rely on people because they, pray it away, or they say
Right.
really like terrible things. You're like, that
But I
doesn't
think we're
help me.
figuring out who the people are, though. Like I think we're starting to figure out in our friend groups who the major players. Don't call her for this. Yeah, shit.
Right. Right.
Call this one for that. Like I think that, and it's discerning. Like, okay, who is my people for this thing? Who are my people for that thing? And that's okay. You don't have to be for everything in my life. If
Right.
you are, perfect, but you don't have to be. I'll still love you, but you don't have to be. But I'm about to tell you something that seems like a small thing to you, but for me, it's earth shattering. So I don't want to hear, girl, somebody got it worse than you. No,
Oof, that is just
no,
so
We
right.
need to we need to break people out of that because then they could be better supporters, right?
mm-hmm.
Side note, I am everything to a lot of people. They be like, bitch, you
Yep.
let me cry, and now we're gonna go party and and do some bullheaded hoe shit. Yes, we're gonna turn up.
Mm.
What about you, Anisha?
Wait. That was so
He
short.
drop bombs like that and then be like, oh, so what's going on with you? All
Oh,
right, well, do some boy oh shit. So recently I went to Vegas on a girls trip. Kim was there. I decided to stay for the rest of the day and go to Grand Canyon by myself. And my family, I don't think that the girl, like you guys didn't say much, Kim, about it, but my family was like, oh my God, you're gonna go to Grand Canyon by yourself? Are you gonna be okay? Like, yeah, I'm gonna be okay. I'm on a bus with like 40 other people. Like, I'll be fine. But I met these young guys from Ghana when I was there. And I spent the whole day with them. Like we took professional pictures and everything together. You would have thought we knew each other. I was sending it to my family, like, oh my God, I met these guys and we've been hanging out. And now we're friends on like Instagram. Like it's so cool. I think it's so interesting to me that like I'm not afraid to meet people. I'm not afraid to talk about my life. I'm not afraid to figure out where the commonalities are, where the differences are, and just like kind of see. I don't care that one of them lives in Cleveland and the other one lives in like West Virginia. Like, so what?
What's
Because of
Virginia?
the internet, right? Like he goes to college there.
Okay.
So because of the internet, like it doesn't matter where we live. We can still keep in contact, right? And so that is so important. And Kim and I, our undergrad is really important to us for some crazy reason. Like we want to hang out with these people, we want to kick it with them all the time. And I've been doing a really great job of some of the relationships that I had back in college, getting in touch with people and really talking to them more and getting to know them for who they are today instead of who they were when we were in college 15, 20 years ago. So like I'm really appreciating cultivating those relationships right now. And I think I've been doing a pretty good job. One of my friends lives in Guam. And
Guam.
Guam.
I love the way that
yo,
Guam sounds.
Guam.
Guam.
He's like, y'all need to come out there, man. That
It
flight.
take like 20-something hours to get there, but like,
I mean, y'all already did it.
yeah, now
Right.
we know. I could do it.
and he had a baby, and like he sends me the pictures, and we kick it on Facebook Messenger, like so like it's great. Actually, we have full on conversation. Like, so I get to know him and his wife and his so it's just really nice. So I think I'm just doing a good job of cultivating those relationships that may not be in front of me every day, like we talked about, but I care about. And so I'm doing a better job of that.
Oh,
So
I
yeah,
have one. Sorry, pardon this randomness. It's a little
go.
random, but Ednesha, you reminded me. Remember when I went to Puerto Rico for my birthday
Yeah.
and I went by
Mhm.
myself?
Mm-hmm.
So I made friends with Tiffany and Nate on the Bacardi tour, and I'm going to their wedding.
Stop
What,
it. I
girl?
can't. I love it.
Stop.
I love it.
Where they get married at?
In Charleston.
Oh, that's cute. So they just,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of history of slavery, but it's cute.
Yeah.
But you might be on a plantation at the wedding. Damn it. You might be triggered, but and traumatized. But I wish you a good time.
I'm gonna have a good time, but isn't that so fun?
It is.
Nah, it's pretty
So,
cool.
I mean, I started with people like me. I mean, evidence.
Ah,
In case y'all thought I was bullshit, and I just want y'all to
Right.
know.
Period.
I'm going to a wedding.
Yes.
I
I'm
love
so
that.
excited.
I love
I
that. I
love
feel
it.
like it does feel like some good things have been happening the first half of the year. So
Yeah,
what do we want to accomplish in the remainder of the year? Because
that's
we
the
got
big
the
question.
honey.
That's the big
Now
one.
that we know, and what do we want to do to close it out, wrap it up, make it good, these next couple of months. Yo, what's up with summer? What's going on with them summer days? You got
Well,
summer, then you got fall, then you got winter, then you out.
I know. In summer, I'm just like basking in the summer of it all. Don't ever leave. I hate the winter. But let's see. As far as accomplishing for the remainder of the year, I
Right.
do want to get another big client.
Okay.
I do want to
Put it
get
out in
one
the
more big
universe.
one. That's not stressful. So let's put that all the way out in the universe. Big client,
That will pay
minimal
you one
stress.
time, and that
Exactly.
won't drive you
What?
crazy. You better add
Okay.
all
Not
the
to pay you
caveats.
one time.
Yes. So all of those things, universe, I'll write it down later. But I do want to get another big project. I just think that how I see the model of my business working is that I want to get like 3 big projects a year so then I can like kind of take it easy on the day-to-day work of it all. And just kind of have that balance because I'd rather have that concentrated in the front part and then just kind of relax. So that's definitely something I really want to accomplish before the year is over.
I love it. Anything personally?
Y'all keep at it's so funny because you notice I like not said personal. Finally, Kim was like, "All right, bitch."
I mean, what you trying to
Personally,
do for the summer? You trying to, get on some dates? You trying to, live your
um,
best life? What you trying to do? What's your
what am
fun
I trying
stuff?
to
You keep
do?
talking about joy. Where's your joy?
I'm
Your
going to see
personal
Burna
joy.
Boy July 8th, so hopefully he sees me in the audience and proposes to me, and then I don't have to be in
Okay.
these streets this summer because I love him.
I love it.
So I can't wait for that. Oh yeah, girl, Beyonce is September 27th. Very
Hootie
excited.
hoo.
Um,
I got the
and
pasties. Do you want pasties? I'm just asking.
sure. Anisha, you're
Listen,
muted.
you're
We
muted,
can't hear you.
girl.
We doing pasties? Those little things that go over your nipple
Yes, we're
at
in
the
New Orleans.
concert?
Girl, we're in New Orleans. It's a different vibe.
Are you gonna get the ones that have the things flipping around once you
Not
start
the
moving your titties?
tassels.
The tassels?
So when it
I'm
goes on the
done.
bar, alien superstar. Yes.
All right.
Ah, y'all
Okay.
found out if I'm joking or not. Check my AIG.
Okay. Oh, okay. I ain't mad at you.
I love it. What about you, Anisha? What you want to accomplish? Remainder of the year.
So I think for the rest of the year, I really want to make some more business contacts. Black Woman Be Whole. So I have some conferences and some things that I'm thinking about going to, and to do that. For the rest of this summer, I want to have the best summer of my life. So my husband and I decided we're gonna have a hot boy, hot girl summer, whatever that means, together. And so it was like, whatever you want to do, we doing it. Whatever you want to do, We doing it. We not saying no to nothing. So I'm starting the summer off early because right now we're in Vegas. We're going to see Usher on Friday because I was like, why not? Like, I'm in the why not phase. Like, you know what? I might have more yesterdays than tomorrows. It's kind of hitting me. And so I just want to live it up. You know, my niece said to me the other day, she said, you travel so much, auntie. And I said, I don't have children. And so like, no, and I know it just sounds crazy, but like,
No, it doesn't sound crazy, but like
oh,
facts, because you have the money to just go.
and then when and you know, I don't put this out there, but I think I guess I'm putting it out there right now. I can't have children, right? Like, so there's a thing that I wanted, and I can't do it, right? And so it's like, so why should I stay still then? So when I sat with the grief and I processed all my feelings, what I said to myself is that you're gonna travel the world then. Like, and I know for some people they might hear that and be like, well, how does the two go? But for me, if I can't be somebody's mommy, that's just my lot in life at this point. I'm gonna travel the world. I'm gonna go out and see the world, and that's what I want to do now. So that's the second half of the year is going to be more and more and more travel, really building more business relationships for Black Women Be Whole, and getting my knee together so that I can be on these vacations and hike and do all the things that I want to do.
Last year I wasn't here because I was in South Carolina, and then when I got back, it was just it didn't feel like I was really in New York because I felt like I was so behind. So I really want to just like I want to be outside. I want to be out getting all the things that New York offers during the summertime,
Come
like
on.
the
Central Park
concerts, the
moments.
things,
Yes, all
just
of it.
sitting out by the water, just really taking advantage of things that a lot of people are not, or that I am not, right? Like, not who cares about other people, but I'm not, and I haven't been.
Fuck
Right?
them.
Yeah, listen, y'all on your own, go figure it out.
You don't got
Get
nothing to do with
good at
me.
things. I'll invite people on my adventures, but I think like I just want to just get out and go explore things, like, and not do the same kind of things. I think like when you get stuck in a rut, you go to the same places, you get fucking bored. So, and I also kind of want to just slow down with summer. Like, I know sometimes people use summer as a way to plan and do things, but it's like, you know what? Fuck. When the hell are you gonna just take it
Relax.
down? Go get the vitamin D. I'm gonna go hiking. I'm gonna go do some stuff, sit on the beach. Just leave me alone. Turn off my phone. Similar to, the business women on the call on the thing. I know Anisha sometimes put the brakes on me because I just be out there
Oh,
in outer space or all the things for this
she
business.
act like she
So
don't have like 3 jobs. Like, that's the only thing. Sometimes I'm like, and I don't have like 2 plus the old dude. Like, girl, where we doing? Like, give me a moment to breathe. But
like,
I
bitch, not
appreciate
she was
your
like, not
vision.
another fucking thing. She already told me. Like,
I
she was
appreciate
like,
your
we
vision. I
not
want to put it
doing
out there.
nothing past this. Listen, I know I'm a lot because I go and I'm like, oh shit, this. So we will definitely get our television show, our channel. Not this year. So I've pushed things to 2024. So
Okay.
because I
Yeah.
have to, I'm respecting what you're saying because I understand. Like, part of that is compromising, right? Knowing when we doing too much. Okay, that's cute, but yeah. And then I think personally, right? Like, I've never said this, but so now that's why I know I'm going to be really invested in doing it. But I want to lose some weight. Now, nobody really hear me say some shit like that,
Never.
No, I've
but
never.
so my commitment to doing that starts like in July. I'm ordering all
Okay.
my things. I'm planning out my time when I'm going to do my walks, my schedules. I'm going to have a whole calendar. So consistency will get me there. It's not about a number, it's about like doing something consistently. If I walk
Okay.
5 days a week, some good shit will happen. So there it is.
I love
Okay.
it.
And that's
Okay.
that. Any tools or ways that listeners can make the most of the second half of the year? Anything that pops out for you all?
I think for me is just kind of decide what you want, right? Because what you want in the beginning of the year might not be what you want today, and figure out what that goal is, right? Also think that figure like editing your routine, because I think that we all have some type of routines, and like what happens when a routine is not working, right? Like maybe we need to put some edits to it to get us to our goal. figure out what your ideal life is in those 6 months. I think that's how I think sometimes, right? Like if I had to have the ideal life, like what does that look like in the next 2 months, 3 months, and I would say for the second half of the year, 6 months. Like what does that look like? How do you get to it? I think those are some tools that I normally use. I'm talking about I think I start to thinking like ideals sometimes. Cause it feels like I shoot for the stars. If I don't make it, that's fine. But at least I'm shooting for the stars.
Ooh, I love those. Marquia, anything from you?
I would say write it down. I like to do journaling around like the moon cycles, like new moons, things that you like want to write down and manifest, full moon things you kind of want to release. And it is interesting when you look back like 6 months or so and you see like the things that you wrote and how those work out. I'm not a like consistent journaler. Again, that's why I picked those moon phases because I'm not writing it every day. But write it down in some way, form, or fashion. Put it in, I mean, I would say put it actually on paper or put a note in your phone or something like that. So you can go back and reference it and see the progress you're making, the progress you've made, or again, if you just change your mind altogether.
Okay.
That's powerful. Surround yourself with people that allow you to dream, scheme, and vision. Because sometimes, it's hard to see yourself in another light if you don't have people making space for you to do that. I think sometimes we need sounding boards, right? Or we need people that we can bounce ideas off of. And we need people who are going to, you know, just let us be silly about ideas or to just, I'm throwing something up on the wall. Like, let me see if it sticks or let me run this by you. I think, verbalizing it to people help and people who are going to help you be accountable are super important. So, yeah, the first thing is just, where are the people that you can just tell it to and just
Right.
kind of get it all out. People that can maybe help you strategize, right? Like if you don't have those kind of organizational skills, you just want to talk about it. And sometimes like hearing yourself say it really does help you do that too, in addition to writing and all the other things that
Mm-hmm.
I think the both of you said. So if you do all of those things, you'll be in a good place.
All right.
Right?
Great
Like,
pace.
Yes.
listen, in that
Something got to work.
2023, right, honey? Figure it out. You having a hot girl summer like Ednesha? You doing bald headed whole shit like me? What's up? Tell it to the
Well,
moon. Tell it to the moon. Do it
so
all.
I will say this. If you are in the New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia area, we are doing a summer series. We're going to tell y'all more about it. But if y'all want to do your hot girl, your bald headed host, whatever it is, y'all can do it with us.
Hey,
That's all I want to
hey,
say.
yeah.
Y'all could be outside with us because we outside. That's all I'm saying. We
We
outside.
outside.
We want y'all to be outside with us. So it'll be in the newsletter. We'll have it on our Instagram, but we're about to do some cool stuff with Women for the Summer. We just want to hang out with y'all. That's what we want to do. We want to get out the house and we want to, hang out with people who listen to us, people who support Black Women Be Whole, who believe in taking care of your mental and emotional health. Like we want to see y'all outside with us.
Come outside.
We outside. I'm outside.
They outside.
Go outside.
I don't got them making needs, but I'm outside.
Come see her with her Tootsie Roll knees.
How low can you go? Not that low.
Marquia, take us out.
Let us, yes, girl.
As always, thank you for listening to the Black Women Be Whole podcast. If you'd like to keep up with us on social media, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Black Women Be Whole. Head over to the website, blackwomanbewhole.com, sign up for our newsletter. That's where you'll find all of our things. So we hope to have you follow us and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Black Women Be Whole podcast. If you want to keep up with what we're doing, you can find us on Instagram at Black Women Be Whole, on Facebook at Black Women Be Whole. You can even go to our website, blackwomanbewhole.com, where you can join our mailing list and you can find out what we're doing as far as events, where we'll be, if we're vending. You can also get a heads up on any information about upcoming podcasts and any product releases we're having. We appreciate you, sis. We'll see you next time.